This tutorial is on the entity member with signature authority in farmers.gov. There are many other authority types available beyond entity members with signature authority, such as FSA 211 power of attorney, spouse, or conservator. However, this tutorial will only walk through the signature authority for an entity member. I will show you how to act on behalf of an entity to which you belong and have signature authority, or in other words, switch to an entity profile on farmers.gov. Then, I'll walk through what you can do in farmers.gov once you've switched to another entity profile. Acting on behalf of an entity with signature authority is available across all tabs of the portal. Please note, this tutorial is for entity members with signature authority for the legal entity. This means that in Part C, Column F, yes must be checked for the entity member. The farm operating form can be filled out at your local service center. Once you have a working eAuth account and the entity has submitted the CCC 902, you will have access to the entity's profiles in farmers.gov if you are a member with signature authority. Another form that can be used to establish signature authority for the entity is the CCC 901, Members Information Form. For this form, Section 5, yes, must be checked for the entity member. The Members Information Form can be filled out at your local service center. Once you have a working eAuth account and you have submitted the CCC 901, you will have access to those entity profiles in farmers.gov where you are a member with signature authority. Let's dive in. After you log into farmers.gov using your eAuth login and password, you will be brought to the home page. From the home page, you can switch profiles and act on behalf of an entity where you are a member with signature authority by clicking Switch Profile in the gold banner. You won't see the gold banner and the option to switch profiles if you do not have the authority to act on behalf of another customer. The profile options displayed are all the profiles to which you have authority and access. Anything grayed out is a restricted profile that is not enabled online. Contact your local service center for any questions on a restricted profile. Once you've clicked on the profile you'd like to switch to, the gold banner at the top will show that you have switched profiles and you are now acting on behalf of the selected entity. Another way to switch profiles is by clicking on your name in the upper right-hand corner. After clicking Switch Profile, the profile options will display. Now that we know how to switch to another profile on farmers.gov, we'll show you what it's like to navigate throughout farmers.gov and while acting on behalf of an entity. While acting on behalf of an entity, remember, the gold banner on the top will remind you that everything you view or do is as if you are the entity. After switching to another profile, you can navigate to all tabs in farmers.gov. Let me show you. Here's what it looks like when you navigate to the land page. On top, the gold banner is letting you know you are acting on behalf of an entity. Here, you can access all land tasks and actions for an entity. If you switch profiles while on any page other than the home page, you will be redirected to the home page. When navigating to the Finances tab, you will be able to access VLoan information only for the entity loans where you have co-signed the promissory note. Finally, when you navigate to the conservation page after switching to an entity, you'll see all the conservation tasks related to the entity you are acting on behalf of, such as submitting a conservation request, certifying conservation practice completion, or e-signing a document. Again, the gold banner on the top will remind you that you are acting on behalf of an entity. When you finish acting on behalf of another entity and you'd like to switch back to your own personal profile, you can click Switch Profile in the gold banner. The Switch Profile options will display, and you can select your own name, which is the first profile listed. As you can see, the banner has been updated and no longer indicates you are acting on behalf of another entity.